Hey everyone, it's day 4 and we are talking about our favorite day. Um, and I've thought about this and I couldn't really come up with something. Mostly because my favorite days as an adult, probably does not really need to be on the internet for a multitude of reasons. So I'm actually going to throw it back and talk about my favorite days as a kid. And my favorite days as a kid, hands down, were when we went to my grandma's house. And my grandma lived 4 hours away from me. So we saw her at Christmas time and in July, usually sometime over the summer. And we would go down there, and it was like awesome, right? Like even like the week before, I had this little suitcase, and I would just start putting all the things I wanted to take in it. Like I loved packing, and I still kind of do love packing, maybe not in such an obsessive sort of way, but I still enjoy that. And I basically we'd drive down there, and we had this big Econoline van, and we still have it. I'm not even sure if anyone drives it anymore. But my parents still have this van, and it had a TV in it and a VCR, and that was cool because I was the only person that had that. And yeah, we would watch movies on the way down, and that was awesome. And then we'd get there, and all bets were off. Like we were at Grandma's house, right? So just run out of the car and run up to the house, and she was standing there and just give her this great big hug. It was funny, like, now that I think about it, she, like, how much taller I was than her, even as a little girl. Like, she would be standing on the stoop, and I'd be standing, like, on the porch, right? And I was taller than her when I'd hug her, and I was not that old. Like, she had to have been maybe 5 feet, maybe, and that's pushing it. Anyway, so we would go and we'd say hi, and my mom always had to remind us because my grandma would put little presents and gifts on our beds. My brother and I, our beds, and we would, you have to say hi to grandma and you have to say hi to your uncle and all that. So we did. So that was cool seeing, what grandma had got us. That was special. And then we'd unpack, and then we'd have dinner, and it was just from this really good pizza place. I didn't know it, but it was just thin crust pizza, but we never had that at home, so that was like even super special. That was like thin crust pizza. And then we just hung out, and we could watch, whatever we wanted on TV whenever we wanted. I mean, not like crazy whatever we wanted, but there were more TVs than people in the house, so we had our pick, and we could stay up. We could stay up as late as we wanted, and there was a TV in the room where my brother and I stayed, and we would put in movies, and we'd fall asleep watching the movies. So that was something. And then we had all these stores that we would go to when we were down there. One of which was Zany Brainy, and that was this really awesome store that had all these sorts of gizmos, and you can play with them. And the Buckeye Corner, which was all Ohio State stuff, so that was like a big deal. But yeah, those were awesome days. And then at night, I would go into my grandma's room, and we would just sit and talk about whatever. And I mean, those were the things that I think I remember the most. Is just that one-on-one time with her, and that was really, really impactful. So those are just why it's some of my favorite days. And they do. I mean, I was a kid, but they still, in the grand scheme of things, still rank as probably some of the best days I've had. So I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.